my inky friends, it's Cindy Lynn with My Inky Fingers. Thank you so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel and blog. I have got a bunch of lists for you guys. I've got the retiring list for this catalog. I've got the carrying over list. I've got a list of everything that's on sale with photos, and they're all on my blog, so you can click the link down below to my blog. But I've also got, would you believe I have a bunch of things that I never even used yet? So I'm going to show you some of the things I haven't used. One of them was this returning favorite, the Mary Moose. Now, I did say that I ordered this because any self-respecting Canadian needed to have the moose set. So I'm not upset that I haven't used it, and I may not even use it before the end of the year, but it is definitely one that will be forever cherished in my stash, and it will get inked up one day. In the Pines, I also haven't used, and I'm so disappointed that it is retiring. It will be completely gone forever, but I mean, it just goes so well with this set, and it reminds me so much of Lovely with a Tree, so I will definitely save that in my stash, and I will ink it one day. Now this one, the Warm and Toasty, I got this specifically for this cute little reindeer. You know what, I may not use this also before the end of the year, but I will definitely be keeping it, and you will see me use this one, and even this chunky little polar bear. Polar bears are my favorite bear, by the way, but I will definitely use this at some point, because you know what, there's no reason why you can't use retired stamps. Now, Festive Post, I got this as a last minute purchase because of a card I saw Tammy Wilson do. She is my favorite artist and designer. I'll try and find the card that I saw her do, and I'll put it up here for you guys. But you know what? I'm not mad at the fact that I haven't used it, because there's so many different things in here to use all year long. Like, you've got your Valentine's, you've got Christmas, you've got your Halloween. I mean, look at this, would be cute for candy cane. I mean, there's all kinds of cute little thingies in here, flowers and stars. So honestly, you know what? I'm going to keep that, and you'll probably see me pull this out from time to time. Now, these three sets here. All right, so let's start with this one here, the Wishes and Wonder. I did use this, even though you guys didn't see me use it. I used it here to make my dad's Christmas card. Now, I will link the card I saw, because when I first told you guys about this, I can't remember if it was in a live video or in an actual video on my channel, but I couldn't remember where I saw it on Pinterest. I just had it stuck in my head. And would you believe the designer of it actually said, hey, I think it was my card. So I was so pleased. So I did save it. So I will link down below. I'll credit the person that inspired me to make this card. But my sideline came over and helped me make 50 of these cards. And I do plan on showing you guys how I did the wreath, because the wreath is from the Wreath Builder set. So that set I did use. Now, the little treats, I mean, this is kind of like the Festive Post. It's got a whole bunch of different things in it. Halloween and birthday and Christmas and engagement, wedding, what have you. So, I mean, you know what? I'm not mad at the fact that I haven't used that yet either. Menagerie Mix Up, I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get this used. So this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I thought of for this. So this is on sale, and I mean, okay, I'm going to correct myself. The dies are on sale at 40% off. I had to check that, but the dies are on sale. So, I mean, it's so worth it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to show you guys a couple different cards you can make that have nothing to do with Christmas. So I was kind of impressed with what I came up with. I was rather proud of myself that I used all three of these here stamp sets in the cards I'm going to show you next. Now, the last thing I hadn't used yet was the Christmas Countdown Project. Now, I really didn't want to use this for Christmas. I wanted to use it for Valentine's, and I am still going to do this sometime this month. I'm either going to do a video or I'm going to do a live. Let me know in the comments below if you want a live video for this or if you want to just have a regular video. But I've got the most brilliant idea, and I have been talking about doing each side differently, but you know what? I came up with a better idea so that you could use this for multiple different holidays, and it's got to do with using magnet sheets. So I'm going to show you exactly what I've been thinking of, and I'm going to set this up. I'll do it for the Christmas, of course, because it comes with all of that, but I'm also going to set it up for Valentine's and Easter, Halloween. I mean, you know what? There's no reason why you can't have, what is it, 25? Well, it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it can be 25. So 25 days of Valentine's Day, 25 days of Easter. You know what? I'm just going to do it like that. I've definitely got to get this done. So again, let me know how you want to see that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to my actual project that I've already recorded for you guys, and then I'll flip over to doing a voiceover for you. So in an effort to save you guys some time and respect your time, I did edit and really speed through these 3 cards, but you know what? I'm sure I won't lose you at some point. Now, I did say I used those North Pole dies, and I did use those with the Oso Ombre celebration paper. That is a mouthful, because I just love that paper, and you guys are going to be able to get that in January, so yay. Now, Menagerie Mix Up, come on, there are just some cute critters in here. I mean, with the bunnies and the reindeers and the little beaver. Oh my gosh, that would make like the perfect little Canadian Canada Day card. But the little piggy, there's so many little cuties in here. Now, I did pull out my Stamparatus because I thought I was going to need that to line everything up. But you know what? I really surprised myself, and I just used my blocks there, and I was good to go. So I'm going to stamp everything, and I am going to color it, but I'm going to speed up the coloring quite a bit for you guys, okay? Now, I stamped everything on the same piece of cardstock. All my measurements, everything that I use is all listed on my blog, and all of the products I use are linked in the YouTube description down below. So head over to my blog if you want any of the measurements. But I stamped their bodies and then their heads, and there's my head with all my crazy person hair. But I stamped the little faces right inside the heads. Now, I would stamp these a little further apart, and I'm going to show you why when I die cut them. I thought I had enough spacing, but the yellow bunny, I kind of cut off a little bit of his chin, which I ended up being quite happy about because it made me layer, because every mistake is just another reason to layer, right? So my coloring, I sped this up to 800% speed. I went out of the lines, so I used my 08 Sakura white gel pen to cover up those little mistakes. And I'm not the best colorer with the Stampin' Blends because I find I'm limited to only 2 colors, so I just got it in my head I suck at it. I mean, for the price though, like I have 240 Copics at $8 a piece, and these, for the price, for 2, it's so economical. And I mean, if you're just starting out, they're absolutely awesome. And I'm sure they'll kind of work and intermingle with the Copics, but you know, I can't really link you any Copics, right? But I did a few different variations, as you guys can see here on the bunnies, all right? So I did, like, you know, the yellow and the green, and then the little pink piggy. I just wanted to show you guys some variations in the face and whatnot. And finding the dies for these is super easy. You're not going to have a problem with that at all. So I went and cut all of those out, and now I'm going to cut out all of my tags, and those are from the North Pole dies. Now you can see here on the bunny right there in his little chinny chin, I kind of like, and you know, nobody would have probably noticed, but I noticed, and I made you guys notice because I told you, but I cut out that little flower. So I thought those little flowers are perfect. So I kind of went and did some more later, but I used a little multi-purpose liquid glue. I put some on the flower and I took it off because I want to put some dimensionals on that, but I let that sit there for a minute. And that is multi-purpose liquid glue in a different bottle. I just like the precision it gives me. I'll link it down below for you. But I started putting these together and they were nice and tacky. And then, you know, I got thinking, I thought, I'm going to kind of tilt their head a little bit. I mean, let's just step it up. I mean, you know, give them a little bit of personality, a little something, right? And this little piggy, oh my gosh, I just love this little piggy. There's so many cute cards you guys can make with this. So as of the filming and voiceover, the Menagerie Mix Up is still available in Canada, but when it's gone, and it can be gone without warning, right? So splatters. You know me and my splatters, but today we're keeping it simple. I'm just going to put a little bit of water there in the lid of my Granny Apple Green. I'm going to grab an aqua painter, water brush, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just going to splatter that on. And I'm going to do that for 2 of the cards, and then the other one I'm going to use the Rococo Rose. Now, as you can see, I'm just depressing into my ink pad there, because that's a great way to transfer some ink into the shell, the clam shell, the cosmetic flippy shell, what do you call those? Are they clam shells? Clams. Clams open and close like this. No, they're a flippy open. What are they called? You guys always save my butt. And then I think of it afterward, right? Anyhow, inserts, Rococo Rose. And this is where I pulled out the little treats. And then I thought, you know what? Let's stamp a flower in there and color those up too. So, I'm liking the theme I got going here. I pulled out some of the Artistry Blooms DSP. I was going to go with the Oso Ombre just plain pink, and I thought, why? I already used the one that looks like it has little Easter eggs on it. That paper is just so, don't those look like little Easter eggs? Come on. Anyway, I used the, I'm having way too much fun today. Today's my birthday too, by the way, but I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want you guys to like all feel like you had to mail me cards and do, like go out of your way and stuff like that. But today's my birthday, so I'm just having way too much fun trying to get in a good headspace and do this voiceover. Now, those little wreathy things, those, holy crap.
Holy crap.
I mean, holy cow, did I just say that? I'm going so fast today, you guys. They're from the Wreath Builder. That little punch is just a 3/4 inch circle, just folded it in half over top of those taggy things with some seal. And then I just used a hole punch and I kind of made some marks. Now here, I don't know why I thought I could fit a watermelon through a garden hose, but that's what I felt like I was doing because this ribbon was so thick. But you know what? Perseverance. I found a way and I got the watermelon through the garden hose. Now, you know me. I don't tie bows. Well, I do, but I'm awful at it. So here, all I want to do is just kind of, create just some visual ribbon interest and just tie some of that linen thread twine around it. And as always, I'm going to pull out my bone folder and I'm going to curl it. I'm going to trim everything up until it's where I like it. And then I'm going to pull out, and that's, one of the things that I do like the bone folder for. I don't really like it for scoring my cards, but I kind of sneak and use a Teflon one. That's a whole nother video. But anyway, Aleene's tacky spray. Now, honestly, I wouldn't use the tacky spray, hindsight. I would just put some multi-purpose liquid glue here and there because this stuck everywhere. It kept sticking to me. I ripped a couple. I had to like piece them back in. It was just kind of a bit of a pain. So if you have the tacky spray, don't use it here. Just put a few little blobs of the liquid glue and go from there. Now I did, as you can see, I put a little slice in those wreaths and I just kind of like fanned them around those wreaths or those tags, I guess. Yeah, that's it. I really like that. Now I pulled out my Versamark, my sticky ink, and some white embossing powder on Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to heat set that till it's nice and smooth and melted. And that sweet friend, you guys, that is from, what is it from? It's from the You Are Loved. And it's one of my favorite sentiments because it just goes with everything. I mean, do you have that stamp set? I just love it. I just love that sentiment. So I'm going to use it. It's retired, but that's okay. You can use any sentiment you want here. I used the mini paper trimmer from last year, and the only place I put dimension and dimensionals on all of these cards was on the little critters, okay? So as you can see, I just did a line of multi-purpose liquid glue. I went over a little bit, so I just wiped it off with my baby wipe, and I'm good to go. And I cheated again, and I used non-Stampin' Up sequins because there's no Stampin' Up police here, okay? I can use whatever I want on my card, and so can you guys. So, I just didn't have any sequins that kind of went, so I just used some non-Stampin' Up ones and some non-Stampin' Up stickles, because every girl and guy needs some stickles in their life, and that one's just yellow. So there you have it. those are pretty much, the cards. I went through it super quick for you guys. Now, I will give you a quick tip about that Wink Stella that I'm adding. If you do it over the nose and the eyes, go back afterward with a marker and just darken them up a bit because it does kind of wash them out. But there you have them. I just love these. Hopefully, you have now fallen in love with Menagerie Mix Up, or you have a new reason to pick one up. So until I see you guys again, take care and happy stamping.